Alright, I'm back with another Supra video here in my garage, and today I'm going to be talking about the wheel and tire setup on my 2021 Toyota Supra. So basically what I wanted to do was, I wanted to put my plans were to put some big power in this car. So, at the time I had just put a turbo upgrade on it. I've got, intake and charge pipes, I got all that good downpipe, all that good stuff, and have a tune on it from Mace Engineering. But I wanted to get a nice wheel and tire setup, on it after I lowered the car, and then but I wanted a nice beefy tire on the back, and to give it that kind of really good mean stance to it, and maybe do better with traction, So anyway, looking at different wheel manufacturers, there's a lot of nice ones out there, but I was having some trouble at the time because this has probably it's been almost a year ago since I ordered the wheels. But at the time, I was having trouble with wheel specs. Finding the right offset, and if I did find the right offset, is finding wheels that were wide enough, then they wasn't too wide, and then I find the ones with the right width but not the right offset. So I was running into all kinds of issues. Then I ran into BC Forge. I've seen some really high-powered Supras out there with some multi-piece BC Forge and some with some monoblock wheels. And I was like, wow, that looks fantastic. That's the right setup I was looking for, especially with the tire size and everything like that. So I called BC Forge. I think they're at Ormond Beach. And I talked to, I think his name is Cole. He was my rep. Talked to him, and then basically told him what I was looking for. I wanted to get the widest wheel I can fit in there and the widest tire. And basically, he told me a 325 setup. He was able to get it under a Supra and without any issues at all. And I was like, that's definitely what I wanted to do. So he helped me out with that. So I picked out the style and everything, and then ended up going with TD01 monoblocks in a matte bronze. They do have a lot of other nice finishes out there. Never had a bronze wheel before. I've always been either silver or polished, and I thought it would be kind of cool to have a set of bronze wheels. I've seen some on other cars before, and they just look really great, especially a black car. So I decided to go with the matte bronze, and then I went ahead and put the order in with Cole, and he's super helpful. But after I put the order in, he started keeping me updated on the build of the wheel, because he told me it's gonna be around 5 weeks. Could take a little longer. And then that was it. Basically, just a waiting game after I put the deposit down. And I went ahead and ordered the tires. So they had the tires shipped, and they had them waiting on the wheels there at BC Forge. And then he would send me updates, different emails, let me know what's going on. And then he did send me a picture of the wheels after they got built. I lost that picture because I keep everything on my iPhone. I film with it, I edit with it, and I upload with it. And my phone is just full. So anything I don't, like some of these videos I've filmed on the Supra from last year, they're not even really on my phone. They're uploaded in the cloud. So I have to, if I start messing with those videos on my phone, I have to wait for them to download again. And a lot of those videos, I guess they got corrupted or something, and I lost a lot of them. So I lost like the intro to this video, the exit outro, where I showed the car and rolling, down the road with the wheels and the different angles of it. I lost all that, and I won't be able to take that today because it's raining outside, and I want to hurry up and get this video uploaded because people are asking about it. Um, so yeah, he sent me. Cole sent me. Kept me informed. He sent me a spec on the rims. I'll put that in the video right here. And then yeah, he was really kept me up to date. And then finally he called me and says, "Hey, listen, we're ready to go if you're ready to ship them up there." And I said, I think it was like 240 for the shipping. I said, you know what, I'm just going to drive down there because it wasn't that far away. So I drove down there and went to BC Forge. They was going to give me a tour of the place, but that's back when COVID first started hitting. So he said, unfortunately, wouldn't let me be able to come in. But I have a picture right here I took when they were bringing the wheels out, and I'll put that right here. And yeah, that was it. I came home and then put them on. And during the process, Cole did tell me that I'm going to have to make a modification to the car. So there's one piece, and you'll see that in the video here that I made last year. Trying to fit the fronts fit perfect, no issues at all. And then just trying to get the back wheels to keep from rubbing on anything inside the car. So this is what the video is about. It'll tell you the specs of the wheels, and then how I try to get the back tires to clear and all that good stuff. And once that part of the video is done, I'll come back and I'll tell you my what I think about the wheels and tires. So here's the video from last year. All right, so we got two of the wheels and tires out. You can see here we have the front wheel here. It's in a matte bronze finish. It looks really good. Like I said, when you configure the wheels, you can change the style of the lip here. I think you can even change the way the face of it sits, how it's concave and all that good stuff. And you can even change the center cap. So this is the one that I chose in this same color where it matches the wheel. I thought about getting a multi-piece wheel, but I really like the way this monoblock looks, and I figured in the long run it might be good for if you decide to lay down some more power, being it's a single-piece wheel. I mean, I could be wrong, but because those multi-piece wheels are really nice too. But I think these were also a little bit cheaper to go this route. So yeah, let's talk about this wheel here. It's a 19 9.5. It's a positive 22 offset. Like I said, I'm running a Michelin 4S tire. It's a 275/30/19. And then you see the TPMS sensor here. It's a different color, the cap and stuff. I did have a black setup because you can choose that also, what kind of hardware you want. But since I went with a TPMS, I had to get rid of that black valve stem. And then this is what they put here. Probably should have called. I can probably call them back and see if they have the black cap I can put back on there. Now let's talk about the rear. This is 19 by 11. It's a positive 38 offset. Another Michelin 4S tire, 325/30/19. I really like the way this concave, like I said, I don't know if I can get it, the way it sits. It looks really nice. And then also, like I said, I went over this. I checked the wheels out. Everything looks fantastic. They even put the black wheel weights in there. Then I also checked the date codes on the tires. So they're within a couple weeks of each other. They were made this year. So I know one time I bought a set of tires for a vehicle I had. This was a couple years back. And then one of the tires, when I checked the date codes, it was 3 years older than the other tires. So I called them back and told them I wasn't happy about that one tire being 3 years older. But what had happened is they only had 3 tires in stock, and they had to get another tire from somewhere else, and that was the only other tire they could find in the United States. So I was stuck with one tire being 3 years older. So I basically had no choice. I had to deal with it. But I mean, it was still okay. But if I kept the tires, for many years down the road, then I would have to worry about that one tire getting too old. So anyway, all these tires look good. The dates are pretty close. So yeah, it looks great. It's going to look really good. I know the wheels are going to come out a lot more flush with the fender wells. That's going to look really nice. And on the back, like I said, we're going to have to do some modifications back there. Some kind of sensor or something. I'm going to have to relocate it, but it's not a big deal. We'll take care of that. As long as I can get these 325s under the rear. So yeah, I think we're ready to go ahead and get these put on. So what I'll do is I'll get the car lifted up, and then we'll get it up in the air and get these stock wheels off. We might even measure it. I got some scales. Maybe we'll pull it out and we'll see what the difference is. I'm sure these are going to be heavier because it's a way bigger tire. So let's go ahead and get this car up and get these stock wheels off. All right, so I went ahead and got the car lifted up. I took the factory wheels off to the side. I was test fitting these aftermarket wheels and tires. Everything looks good except for the rear. It's definitely hitting on a part of the car. And I went ahead and put the factory black lugs in there, so those work good with these wheels. It looks way better than the chrome ones that they gave me with the wheels. So anyway, let's go ahead and, I was kind of curious about the weight, so I went ahead and pulled out the scales. And we got the factory wheels and tires compared to the aftermarket wheels and tires. So the weights that I got was, we got 55 on this aftermarket rear setup here, and then we got 51 on the factory rear setup. So definitely a difference there by 4 pounds. I knew that was about where I thought it was going to be at. the difference, because that is a lot wider tire and the rim is a lot wider also. So kind of that was pretty much what I expected. But definitely the front is actually lighter. So this one's 47 pounds for the aftermarket front setup. This is 48, so it's actually a pound difference. I thought for sure that would be a little bit heavier too, but I was surprised about that. So let me go ahead and get these scales put up and clean this mess up here, and then we'll go to the rear and I'll show you where it's hitting at. Okay, so I got a flashlight now. Let me see if we can see it a little bit. If I can get this phone in there. Let's see. You know what? I think it's clearing. Let's see. See if I shine the light from underneath here. It's kind of. Actually, I think. Oh, you know what? It is clearing. Barely, but it's clearing. See the light there? Yeah, so it looks like it's clearing there. Just barely, but it's definitely clearing. Okay, so we're just going to fix this issue here. So let me take the wheel off and we'll come back to it. All right, see what we got here. This is this little box looking deal here. So we're going to move this. There's a bracket that goes under here somewhere. So we'll probably have to take these fasteners out here so I can peel this back and we'll see what's going on here. Maybe we can take this out or whatever. I don't know. And then inside here, let's just open this up and see what's going on. So it's just a connector in there. Yeah. And I know it comes, just pops right out. So you can relocate this, but it's in that box for a reason. It's in there because it needs to be protected. Maybe we can take this box off here and then snap it back around here. Maybe we can just relocate it down here out of the way. If not, maybe we can maybe we can figure something out on that. So let me take these fasteners out here, these couples, and let me peel this back and we'll see if we can take this bracket off here. I'll be right back. All right, so I got that box off. I thought this bracket was bolted in, but it's not. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's welded onto the chassis, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. Yeah, there was some 10 millimeter plastic fasteners here and a couple of 8 millimeters ones down here. These type of fasteners right here. Here's that box. The way I got this off is it has these push pins. They're inside there. They're pushed in. This is pushed on, and they push the pins in to lock it. So you're gonna have to pop these pins here. So what I do is I got this hook tool right here, and I just came in behind and pushed on that pin, pushed it in, then just use a pair of pliers and gripped them on the inside and kind of pulled them loose a little bit here, and then pulled the box off. It came right off. Okay. So yes, what I'm gonna do here is I want to make sure I reuse this again because this kind of seals up against water getting on that connector. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and remove these clips here, just push them out. That way this can get more flush against the vehicle here. And I'm probably going to put it right here. I'm just going to flip around. That way it gets flat and you can see it right here. I'll probably take it, see it was out here before, put it here, and just shove it down inside here. Probably just zip tie it to one of these lines right here. I was going to put it back behind here, but this arm is moving up and down here, and I didn't want it to interfere with this and possibly maybe pinch a wire or something. So we'll just put it right in this area here. We'll zip tie it, and it'll be good. It'll be no big deal. Okay. So let me do that now, and I'll come back. All right, so I got the box mounted. This is pretty much the best location that I could find where to put it. So it's definitely a lot better than it being up here. So I went ahead and just put all these fasteners back in. Everything looks good. The only thing I was worried about was this right here being a little bit close to the tire. don't know if there's a way I can get that to go in a little bit. I'll take a look at it again, but definitely this box is out of the way. Maybe I can see better if this is going to hit or not when I put the wheel back on. When you go to put this tie strap on, I went ahead and I pulled those clips out in there, but it left two big holes in there. So I had to put them back in to plug the holes, and then I went ahead and put this tie strap on there. But when you don't just hook onto this line here, because it's going to want to rotate and spin around like this. There's a wiring harness back here. This harness here, it goes back up here. Just go up and grab behind that harness, and then come around and go around this line right here, this brake line. And then when you tighten it down, it's going to want to rotate this in and pull in that way. Okay. So let me put the wheel back in, and we'll come back and we'll take a look at this again. Okay, so wheel's back on. I went ahead and take the microphone back off. See if I can take a look here. Yeah, look how much room we got. Let's see if I can. We got a ton of room now. Ton of room. I'm just worried about this piece. Let's see if I can put this down here. We can see what's going on. I don't know. I swear it's hitting, but. Yeah, it's hard to. I can't get this camera in the right position here. Let me grab this light real quick here. See if I can flash it in the other side. See if we can see something here. If I can get it in there. Let's see if we can focus. Come on, focus. Hold on, let me switch hands here. This is a little bit tougher than it looks. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let me take a look at this and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm under the vehicle. I figure we'll try to look at it from here, and I can definitely see that it's hitting. So let me blow this. I was checking all these other areas. Everything's clearing, but right here, it's clearing through here, but barely. But right there, it's touching the tire. So let me see if I can blow it up a little bit. Okay, sorry about the shakiness. Yeah, so we're gonna have to try and pull that in a little bit. Now the suspension is, it's hanging down. I think it might clear with the suspension loaded and fully, all the weight on the car of it will push it up. It'll probably clear. But I'm going to go ahead and take the wheel off and see if I can find a way to pull that in a little bit. So let me get back up here, and then take the wheel off, and let's take a look at it again. All right, so I went ahead and lowered the car down to check and see if that would make better clearances behind the wheel. And I checked under here, and I have a ton of room. Let me see if I can see the camera, if I can get something here. If we can't, like I said, I can't see nothing. I can't. Hopefully the camera's gonna pick something up. I can't. Yeah. But I stuck my hand back there and had plenty of room. Let us back out a little bit. I had plenty of room all the way around to here. I couldn't see what's up there, so I stuck the light in there. So let me see if I can stick the camera in there, and if we can see. I'll stick it through the wheel. Here. Hopefully, I won't scratch my phone up. Let's see if I can get something. Come on, light. Okay. I can't see what the camera is seeing. I'll have to just try to move it around a little bit. Okay, let me pull it out and take a look. All right, let me take a look at it and I'll be back. All right, so I went ahead and did some more checking around the wheel and feeling it and looking over the camera and all that good stuff. And I don't see it hitting anywhere. It's clearing all the way around. So it looks like it's going to work good. But what we'll do is, I still have to get alignment and stuff. We're going to take it for a drive. And then what I'll do is, I won't do it in this video here, but maybe later on I'll do an update or something on it, and we'll go over all the stuff that I did to it and see how everything turned out. So I think we're done with this. I went ahead and tightened all the wheels down, torqued them all down. So everything looks good. The car hasn't settled yet. I've got it lowered down now, but what I did was I went ahead and left the scales out, and I put them. I lowered the scissor lift down, but it wasn't enough to get them on the scales, get all the weight. So I had to put these 2x4s real quick. I don't want to leave it on there too long, but I just did it, like I said, just really quick to get. I already had them out, just to get a weight on it, and I'll show you what I got here. And it's got a quarter tank of gas in it, so not too bad. I notice when we get in the car too, it's a little bit less in that left rear, but when we're sitting in there, I'm sure it's gonna, the weight's gonna. I ain't gonna say it's gonna level out, but I'm sure that's the reason why maybe it's a little bit less over there. I have no idea, but yeah, quarter tank of gas. So 33 around the dot. Okay, yeah, just curious to see what it weighed. I knew it was going to be around 3,400, probably. Maybe it would be getting closer there with a full tank of gas. So they're about right on the weight. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this lifted and get these back off these 2x4s real quick, and then we'll get it back on the ground. We'll take a look at it. All right, so that's the video from last year. So hopefully that'll help you out as far as the specs and on the wheels and tires, and then how I got the rear to fit. So it's very simple modification. So if you wanted to do the exact same setup as I have, you'll know exactly what I got, and you can order the same ones for your Supra. So that'd be really cool. Um, Let me go over the price. I think I spent around 5,500, somewhere around there on this setup. Yeah, it's a little bit up there, a little bit, but compared to like some other wheels, ADV ones, HREs, I mean, that's like less than half the price, the wheels. So, and then also a big part of that price is the tires. They're really, high end tires, so that really, makes that price go up a little bit. The durability, the finish is absolutely, I think, is very good. It's got over 9,000 on it now, and I daily drive it. Rain, whatever. And then, yeah, I've only got one small rock chip, and that's on the very front driver's wheel near the center cap. So you have to look really close to see it. Other than that, it's been perfect. The back wheels, I thought for sure they would be chipped up because I'm getting a lot of rocks kicked up from the front tires, and then the rocks are chipping that part of that bottom, that side panel where it kicks up near the back wheel. That's starting to get chipped up a little bit. But I know there's rocks hitting that rear lip, so the finish is actually holding up very well there. Rubbing issues. I've only rubbed twice, and that was when I first put them on. One of them, I was going to a doctor's office, really steep. I had no choice. I knew it was going to rub there just a little bit. And another one is I was in a hurry. I came home and kind of hit my driveway kind of hot, and barely rubbed there. But that's the only times I've ever rubbed on it. And I'm sure, since I've been driving lowered cars since the early '80s, has probably helped out, kind of knowing where to go and what situations to avoid to keep it from rubbing. But that's it. I'm very happy with the purchase, and like I said, if you decide to go to BC Forge, I think that would be a good choice. They make some really good wheels, and the customer service is very good. So yeah, I got some more videos on the Supra that I made last year. And like I said, turbo upgrade and stuff. I even have a video I made where a deer hit me, smashed in the driver's side of my car. Maybe I'll post that up in the future and get that put up. So anyway, all right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be safe, and we'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.